Evenich. Good to see you. What brings you here?
Favour. Please, you're a friend. You have to. I'm in trouble. Real trouble. I need your help. Can you lend me a gun? Just till tomorrow. Be a friend. Do me a favour.
What do you need a gun for?
What do I need a gun for? Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Give me a drink. I have to have something to drink. I'm going to be spending the night out in the woods alone. Way out in the woods. So just in case anything happens. So will you please lend me a gun, be a friend, do me a favour?
Evenich, you're not making any sense. What's all this woods business? Are you in trouble? Involved in something illegal? What's happened? What's the matter with you? You look sick.
Wait a minute. Give me a minute. Let me catch my breath. Oh, my God. I'm a wreck. My head, my whole body. I feel like a shish kebab. I can't take it anymore. This is the end. Don't ask questions. Don't ask me for details. Just be a good friend and give me a gun, please.
That's enough. You're acting like a big baby. Listen to yourself. A man like you, a married man with a good, steady job, ought to be ashamed of yourself.
A married man? That's the whole problem. You know what it means, being a married man? It means I suffer. It means I'm a pack animal. I'm a refuse collector. I'm a slave and a serf. I'm a coward who sits around quietly waiting for the next disaster and hasn't even got the brains to blow his brains out. I'm an idiot and a fool. Why am I still alive? Hey, tell me. Why am I alive? What's the point of it all? This uninterrupted concatenation of mental and physical punishment. Look, I understand sacrifice. Now, I could suffer for ideas or ideals. But for ladies' dresses and light bulbs, no! 1,000 times, no, no, and no!
Stop shouting, the neighbours will hear.
Let the neighbours hear! I don't care. If you won't let me a gun, somebody else will. No problem. And then all of this will be over once and for all. I've made me mind up. Do you understand? I've made me mind up!
Stop that, you rip off one of my buttons. Get a hold of yourself, man, now. Just what is so bad about your life? I don't understand any of this.
What's so bad? You want to know what's so bad about my life? All right, I'll tell you. I'll lay it all out for you in detail, in black and white. And then you'll know. And then maybe I'll feel better. Come on. Sit down. Good. Now, suppose we consider, just for example, today. Take today. All right? Now, as you know, I go into the office at 9. I stay till 4, taking care of business. And it's hot in the office. And it's stuffy. And there's flies all over the place. And it is, as you very well know, a bottomless and never-to-be-enlightened outpost of chaos. My secretary's away on holiday. My assistant crap-off has gone off somewhere to get married. And what's laughingly referred to as the staff is preoccupied with the joys of summer, weekends in the country, the promise of illicit love affairs, and probably, for all I know, amateur theatricals. They're always asleep or exhausted or hungover. You can't get a lick of work out of them. I have a temporary replacement of a secretary who's deaf in one ear, the left ear, and who's hopelessly in love. The clients haven't got a brain in their heads. You know, you can't get them to sit still. You know, they run, they jump, they get angry, they shout. I mean, the whole place is beyond bedlam. It makes you want to scream for help. It's a disaster area. It's a nest of vipers. It's a zoo of incurables. And the work is just the same thing over and over again. Issue a certificate, write up a memo. Issue a certificate, write up a memo. It's monotonous. Like waves. No variety. Have you ever watched waves? Little ones. Very monotonous waves. No variety. You know what I mean? Get me another drink. Please. So, finally, you leave the office. And you are beaten into little bits. And all you want is a couple of stiff drinks and a bit to eat and a good night's sleep. But no. Because it's dawned on you that it is summertime. And that you have rented a place in the country for summer. And you are now an insignificant cog in the greater scheme of things. A niggling nothing. And now, do you follow? Now, you're about to flap around like a chicken with its head cut off because you have errands to run. You see, we have this little custom out where we rent for the summer. If you're going into town, then every little bugger whatsoever, and this is without even including your own wife, has the perfectly natural, God-given right to give you a huge list of errands to run. My wife, for example, wants me to stop by the dress shop and tell him in no uncertain terms that the blouse is far too big, except in the shoulders, which are far too small. Sonia wants me to return her slippers, and my sister-in-law wants me to get 2/3 of a yard of crimson silk to match this sample here, and 6 yards of blade. Now, hang on a minute. I'll read you the old thing. A glove for the lamb. 1 pound of smoked sausage, cloves and cinnamon. Some castor oil for Misha. 10 pounds of powdered sugar. Or get the copper wash tub and the sugar tongs from the house. Mothballs and bleach, 20 bottles of beer. Smelling salts and a size 82 corset for Mademoiselle Chansor. And bring out Misha's Wellingtons and his autumn jacket. And that is my wife's list and my family's. And here is the list given to me by my sweet friends and gentle neighbours. God damn every one of them to hell! Tomorrow is Volodya Vaskin's birthday, so I'm supposed to buy him a bicycle. Colonel Vikram's wife is in what they call an interesting condition. So I have to stop by the doctor's every other day just to remind her to turn up to the blessed event, and so on and so forth. I've got 4 different notes in my pockets and knots in my handkerchiefs for everything else. So there you are. Between the time I leave the office to the time you get to the train station, you've got to run all over town like a dog dragging his tongue in the mud. Run, 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 run! And cursing the day you were ever born. The department store to the chemist to the dress shop to the delicatessen back to the chemist. You're soaked in sweat, you keep dropping your money. At the 3rd stop, you forget to pay, and they carry on like you're trying to rob them. At the 4th stop, there's a lady with a long dress, and you step on her. And you know what happens? All this running around sends you crazy and leaves you a physical wreck. To the point where your bones crack all night long and you dream about crocodiles. Finally, all your errands are done. And you've bought everything you're supposed to buy. Now, has it occurred to you that you might have a slight problem carting all this stuff back to the country with you? How, for example, do you pack a large copper wash tub and a plunger and a lamp glove? How do you make a single parcel out of 20 bottles of beer and a bicycle? You address the problem. You work at it like a Chinese puzzle. You come at it this way and that way. You use up all your ingenuity and your time trying to figure out how to hold it all together, but something falls off or rolls away at the last minute, no matter what you do. And you find yourself standing at the station with your arms stretched, your legs bowed, using your chin to hold onto a parcel that's held together by wire and string and God knows what else. And finally, the train arrives. And people start shoving and knocking your parcels all over the place. You've got your stuff on their seat. They all start shouting. They call the conductor. They threaten to have you kicked off the train. Well, what can I do? I just stand there, rolling my eyes and looking like a donkey with a stick in its mouth and a carrot up its arse. So, now comes the next round. I finally get to the cottage. And naturally, all I want is what I'm entitled to. A couple of good stiff drinks, a little something to eat, and finally, a little rest from the labours of the just. A little visit with Mr. Sandman. And it's my perfectly natural, God-given right, is it not? No. That's not what happens. What happens is my wife has been waiting for this moment all day long. So you barely started on your soup when all of a sudden, wham bam, thank you very much, wouldn't it be lovely if we went out this evening? The drama group's putting on a show, or there's a dance at the club, and that's that. You can protest, and it doesn't mean a thing, because you are a married man. So you go, and you start losing your eyesight, watching the Duke's decadent daughter, or something with a short French name. And you sit there clapping your hands every time your wife pokes you. And you just sit there, starting to fade faster and faster, until you're hoping that an early emphysema might take you away. Or suppose you go dancing at the club. Then you have to work fast to round up enough fools for your wife to dance with. And if you can't find enough fools, you wind up having to dance with her yourself. Dancing. Dance after dance with your wife. So, you get in from the show or the club, and it's after midnight, and you are no longer a human being. You are a piece of dead meat, but at least you've attained your goal. The summit of your day is at hand, and you proceed to divest yourself of your garments. And you get into bed. Unbelievable luxury. And you're closing your eyes and you're going to sleep. And suddenly, everything is wonderful and comfortable. It's positively poetry. The children aren't screaming or fussing in the next room. Your wife is still out. Your conscience is clear. And you can't imagine anything better anywhere else. And you close your eyes. And you're drifting off to sleep. And suddenly you heard a tiny noise. Mosquitoes! God damn mosquitoes! Damn mosquitoes! The ninth plague of Egypt! And it's such a sorry sound. I mean, it's such a sad and depressing sound that you almost feel sorry for them. But since you're the poor bugger that's biting, you begin to itch. And you scratch. For an whole hour you scratch. Then you light a cigarette, you blow smoke at them, and you swat at them, and you put your head under the covers, but nothing works. So in the end you say, to hell with it. and you just lie back and let them destroy you. Eat me, you monsters! Eat me! Finally, you start getting used to the mosquitoes. Then suddenly the 10th plague of Egypt strikes. Your wife has come home. She's in the living room. And she's brought her tenors with her. And they start rehearsing show tunes for the next show. Because they spend their days sleeping, these tenors, and their nights rehearsing show tunes. And tenors, by Christ, are a torment, besides which mosquitoes are positively benign. Never say thy youth is wasted. Oh, what's the other one? Yeah, now, love, beside you enchanted I stand. I tell you, tenors are a mean and cruel bunch. They attack the central nervous system. They pull the nerves shrieking from your body. But I've developed this little trick. You understand? I use it against them. And what I do is, I tap like this, with this finger, right here on my temple, right next to my ear. And I carry on tapping like this, right here, for the next 4 hours or so, until they all go away. Water. Please, water. Get me water. Get me a glass of water. I can't go on. Well, finally, there you are. It's morning. You haven't slept. Now you have to get up and march down to the station and catch your train. And you run because you're afraid you might miss your train. And it is not a pleasant day. It is a miserable day. It is cold, it is rainy, you are freezing, and the train is filthy. And you get into town, and you go into the office, and the whole merry-go-round starts all over again. There. I've told you the whole thing. Exactly as it happens. And that is life. And that life, believe me, I can say in all seriousness, I would not wish on my worst enemy. It has made a wreck of me. I am ill. You understand? Physically ill. I suffer from shortness of breath. I have heartburn. My digestion does not function. My vision is blurred. And I live in constant fear of something. You might not believe this, but I've turned into a psychopath. You understand? This is just between you and me. I've even been considering going to see one of them doctors. You know, a psychiatrist. I feel like I'm coming down with something, friend. And it will not be a pretty sight. You see, in these moments of aggravation and stupefaction, when the mosquitoes are biting and the tenors are singing, suddenly there's a blur in my eyes. And what happens is I leap up and I run around the house screaming, blood! Blood, Iago, blood! Funny thing is, I actually do get the urge to stick a knife into somebody or break a chair over their heads. So, can you see what the summertime can drive you to? And the worst of it is, nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody knows how you feel. They all act as if it's perfectly normal. They even laugh. But I'm a human being. You have to understand this. And I want to live. This is not a comedy. It's a tragedy. Look, if you don't have a gun you can lend me, just please tell me you know how I feel.
Believe me, I know how you feel.
I know. I can see. You know how I feel. Goodbye. I've got to pick up the sardines and the sausage, and then there's a toothpaste. Then I get my train.
Where exactly is he spending the summer?
Rotten River.
No, Rotten River? I don't believe it. Do you happen to know Olga Finneberg? She's spending the summer there too.
Do I know her? Of course I know her.
I can hardly believe this. What a surprise, what a coincidence. Listen, this is really wonderful of you.
What is?
You got to do me a little favour. You won't mind, you're a friend. You will, won't you? Promise me you will.
Well, what?
Be a friend. Promise me you will. First of all, say hello to Olga. Tell her that you saw me and that everything's fine. Give her my best. Second of all, just take this one little thing with you when you go. She asked me to buy her a sewing machine, which of course I did. But of course, there was no way to get it out to her. Now you can take it with you. Also, there's this little cage with this little canary in it that has to go too. Only you have to be very careful because the little door in the little cage is very loose. And what's the matter? Why are you looking at me like that?
A sewing machine. A little cage with a little canary. A little birdie, a little yellow birdie.
Even it. What's the matter with you? Why are you getting so red?
Give me the goddamn machine! Give me the goddamn cage! There you go, man. Why don't you ride me out there yourself, eh? Let's play horsey. Go on! Kick the horsey! Kill him! Blood. Blood, Iago, blood!
Going crazy.
Blood, Iago, blood!
Help! Help! Somebody help!
Blood! Blood, Iago! Blood! Blood!
It's just not right, missus. You're letting yourself fall to pieces. Cook and the maid have gone berry picking. Every living thing is out, enjoying the sunshine. Even your cat now. He's out there, trying to catch himself a bird. And here you sit, shut up in this house all day like some kind of nun. That's no fun. You listen to what I'm saying now. It's been months since you left the house.
I shall never leave this house. Why should I? My life is over. He's dead and buried. So am I, buried here, within these four walls. We're both dead.
Oh, I never heard the like. Your husband's dead? Well, God rest him. He's not coming back. You mourned him, good and proper, but now it's time to move on. Can't sit here wearing black and crying for the rest of your life. I lost my old woman too a while back. I cried for a month. And that was that. No need to sit around singing hymns. She wasn't worth it. You haven't seen the neighbours for months. You don't go out. You tell us not to let anybody else in. We're all living like spiders in the dark here, if you'll excuse the expression. My livery jacket's got moth holes. Fine if there was nobody about worth seeing, but the whole country's crawling with eligible young men. There's a regiment in the next town. All those good-looking officers, melt in your mouth, most of them. And they have a dance every Friday night, and the band gives a concert every afternoon. Oh, missus, take a look at yourself. You're still a juicy young thing. You're still beautiful. You can go out and enjoy life. But a beautiful face won't last forever, you know. You wait. 10 years from now, you're going to want to go swanning after those officers, and it'll be too late.
I must ask you never to speak to me like this again. When my husband died, life lost all meaning for me. You know that. I may look like I'm alive, but I'm not. I swore I would wear black and shut myself up here until the day I die, didn't I? He'll see what real love means. Oh, I know he treated me badly. I don't have to tell you about that. He was mean and even unfaithful. But I intend to be faithful to the grave, showing what real love means.
That's just a lot of talk. You do better to go out. Take a walk. Let me hitch up Toby and go and visit the neighbours. Oh, missus, what is it? For God's sake, what's the matter?
Toby. I used to love Toby. Oh, he'd ride all over the neighbourhood on him. What a horseman. Remember how grand he looked on that saddle. Oh, Toby, Toby. Go and tell them in the stables Toby gets extra oats today.
Don't worry, I will.
Oh, now who's that? Well, go and tell whoever it is I'm not at home to anyone.
Whatever you say, missus.
You see what real love means, Nikolai. My love will last as long as I do, right till my last heartbeat. I hope you're ashamed. See what a good girl I am? What a faithful wife. I've locked myself up here. And I will be faithful to you until the day I die. While you... I hope you're ashamed of yourself, you little pig. You were mean to me. Cheated on me. Left me alone for weeks on end. I was...
Missus, there's someone here. He says he wants to see you. He says he can't wait.
Didn't you tell him my husband is dead and I see no one?
I did, but he doesn't want to listen. He says it's very important.
And I said I see no one.
Well, this is what I told him, but it's kind of a wild man. He started shouting. He's pushed his way into the house. He's in the dining room right now.
All right, we'll tell him all right. Really, the nerve of some people. Why must people be so difficult? Why can't they just leave me alone? Maybe I will have to go and join a nunnery after all. But what kind of nun I'd make?
Retin, stop trying to talk me out of here, idiot.
Ah, madam, let me introduce myself. Gregory Stepanovich Smirnov, field artillery retired. I own a place over in the next county. Sorry to disturb you, but this is important.
What can I do for you?
I had the pleasure of knowing your late husband, and as it happens, he left me 2 IOUs, which come to a total of 1,200 rubles. Now, I have a mortgage payment due tomorrow, so I'm going to have to ask you, madam, to pay up, and I'm afraid I need that money today.
1,200? What did my husband owe you the money for?
I sold him some oats.
Oh, Luca, don't forget what I told you. Make sure Toby gets his extra oats. If my husband owed you the money, then, of course, I'll pay it. But you'll have to excuse me. I don't have any cash on me here today. My manager will be back from town the day after tomorrow. He'll see that you get paid, but today I'm afraid I cannot help you. It's exactly 7 months today since my husband died, and oh, I'm in a sad mood. I'm in no condition to talk about money.
And I'm in a sad mood too, because if I don't meet my mortgage payment tomorrow, they'll seize my property and I'll lose everything.
You'll have your money the day after tomorrow.
I need the money today, not the day after tomorrow.
I have already said I cannot pay you today.
And I have already said that I can't wait until the day after tomorrow.
What can I do since I don't have the money?
That means you won't pay me.
It means I can't pay you.
Is that your final word?
That is my final word.
You made up your mind?
I've made up my mind.
Thank you very much. I'll make a note of that. Am I supposed to take all this lying down? On my way here, I met my accountant. Why are you so down in the dumps, he says. Well, excuse me, he should know. I'm desperate for money. I got up at dawn yesterday. I rode around to everybody I know who owes me money. Not one of them paid me. I ran in more circles than a hunting dog. Spent the night in some godforsaken flea pit of a hotel. Finally, I get here, 50 miles from home, expecting to be paid, and what do I get? A sad mood. What kind of mood do you think that puts me in?
I think I made myself perfectly clear. I will pay you as soon as my manager gets back from town.
I came to see you, not your manager. What the hell, excuse my language, do I want with your manager?
My dear sir, I will not have such language in my house, nor will I tolerate that tone of voice. Refuse to listen to any more of this.
I don't believe this. 7 months today, my husband died and I'm in a sad mood. What's that got to do with me? I have to make a mortgage payment. Fine, your husband's dead. Your manager's gone to town. You're in a sad mood, whatever. What do you expect me to do? Run around and bang my head into a brick wall? Fly away from my creditors in a balloon? I go see Khrushchev. He's not home. I go see Yarosevich. He hides. I go see Kuritsin. We get into a fight. Damn near throw him out of his own window. Go see Mazhutov. He's sick. And now this one has a sad mood. Not one of them has paid me. Bunch of parasites. It's all because I'm a soft touch. I'm a fool for a hard luck story. I'm too nice for my own good. Well, it's time to get tough. Nobody's going to fool around like this with me anymore. Damn it, I'm not moving. I'm staying put until she pays up. Oh, I'm so mad. Mad enough to get nasty. Hey, you!
What do you want?
Glass of water. Better still, a beer. What kind of logic is that? Here's a man so desperate for money he's ready to hang himself, but she can't pay because, excuse me, she's in no condition to talk about money. Talk about petticoat logic. This is why I don't like women. This is why I hate talking to them. I'd rather sit on a barrel of gunpowder than talk to a woman. They make my skin crawl and make me so mad. All I have to do is see one of those romantic creatures coming. I break out in a cold sweat. I want to start screaming for help.
The madam is sick. She says she can't see anybody.
Get out of here. She's sick and she can't see anybody. Fine. She doesn't have to see me. I'll just stay right here until I get my money. She stays sick for a week, I'll stay here for a week. She stays sick for a year, I'll stay here for a year. I want my money, madam. Your black dress and your dimples don't impress me. I've seen dimples before. Hey, Semyon. Semyon, unhitch the horses. We're not leaving just yet. We're staying right here. Tell them in the stables to give my horse some oats. Watch out, you're getting the trace horse tangled in the... Just wait until I get... Wait! Jesus, what a mess. Hottest day of the year. Nobody wants to pay me. I couldn't sleep last night. And now I've got to deal with some widow and her moods. I've got a headache. I need a drink, that's what I need. Waiter!
What do you want?
Shot of vodka. Oh, I'm a mess. Dirt, mud on my boots. I need a shave. My hair needs combing. Straw sticking out my pockets. A lady probably thought I was out to rob her. Not too polite, I suppose, showing up like this. What the hell? I'm not a guest. I'm a bill collector. Nobody said I have to dress right.
You take too many liberties, you know that.
What?
Nothing, just nothing.
Who do you think you're talking to? Just shut up. Oh. I'm mad. I'm so mad. Mad enough to blow up the world. Mad enough to get nasty. Hey, you! Oi!
My dear sir, I have lived so long in retirement, I have grown quite unused to the human voice, and I cannot stand shouting. I must earnestly beg you to respect my solitude.
Pay me my money and I'll go.
I have told you in no uncertain terms that I have no money here at the moment, and you will have to wait until the day after tomorrow.
And I have told you in no uncertain terms that I need the money today, not the day after tomorrow. If you don't pay me today, I may as well hang myself the day after tomorrow.
What can I do since I don't have the money?
You mean you're not going to pay me? Is that what you mean?
I can't.
In that case, I'll stay right here until I get it. You're going to pay me the day after tomorrow? Fine. I'll be sitting right here. Look, don't you believe I have a mortgage payment due tomorrow? Do you think I'm joking?
I asked you not to shout. You're not in a stable.
I didn't ask you about a stable. What I asked you was, don't you believe I have a mortgage payment due tomorrow?
You haven't the faintest idea of how to behave in a lady's presence.
I do know how to behave in a lady's presence.
No, you do not. You are ill-mannered and vulgar. No gentleman would speak like this in front of a lady.
Oh, pardon me. Just how would he speak in front of a lady? In French? Oh, madame, je vous prie. How charmed I am to know that you refuse to pay me my money. Pardon, am I upsetting you? Oh, what lovely weather we're having. My, don't you look exquisite in black.
You're being very stupid and not funny.
Stupid and not funny? I don't know how to behave in front of a lady. Woman, I have seen more ladies in my time than you've seen sparrows in yours. I've fought 3 duels over ladies. I've walked out on 12 ladies. 9 ladies have walked out on me. Oh, I used to be an idiot. Got crushes on them, whispered sweet nothings, clicked my heels, bowed and scraped, fell in love, suffered, sighed in the moonlight, froze up, melted into puddles. I could rattle on for hours about women's rights. I wasted half my life on women, but no more. Dark eyes, red lips, dimples in the cheeks, moonlight sighs of passion. Nah, I won't give you tuppence for any of it anymore. Present company accepted, of course, but all women are pretentious, affected, hateful, gossipy liars to the marrow of their bones. Vain, petty, merciless. They can't think straight, and as for this part here, why, excuse my frankness, but a pigeon has 10 times the brains of any philosopher in skirts. When you look at one of these romantic creatures, you see an ethereal goddess, an angel walking amongst us. And take a look at her soul, pure crocodile. The worst part of it is, this crocodile thinks she has a monopoly on the tender emotion of love, damn it. Has any woman ever known how to love anything except her lapdog? She's in love, all she can do is snivel and whine. A man in love, he suffers, he sacrifices, but a woman? Her love shows up how? She swishes her skirts like it's a firm grip on your nose. You have the misfortune to be a woman, so at least you understand what a woman's nature is. Tell me honestly, have you ever seen a woman who was faithful and true? No, you haven't. The only honest and faithful women are old or ugly.
Excuse me, but would you mind telling me just who you think is faithful and true? Men?
Well, of course, men.
Men? Men are faithful and true in love. Oh, well, spread the good news. How dare you say that men are faithful and true? Let me tell you a thing or two. Of all the men I know or have ever known, my dear departed husband was the best. I loved him passionately with all my heart and soul, the way only a young and sensitive girl can love. I gave him my youth, my happiness, my life, my money. I lived and breathed for him. I worshipped him. He was my idol. What do you think he did? This best of all possible men. He betrayed me in the worst possible way. He cheated on me every chance he got. After he died, I found boxes and boxes of love letters in his desk. Even when he was alive, he'd leave me alone for weeks on end. He flirted with other women right in front of me, deceived me, spent all my money, laughed at me when I objected. But despite everything, I loved him. And I will be faithful to his memory. Even though he's dead, I am faithful and unshakable. I have buried myself within these 4 walls where I shall mourn him forever. I shall wear black until the day I die.
Black? Don't make me laugh. How stupid do you think I am? I know exactly why you go around in that Mardi Gras outfit, why you've buried yourself within these 4 walls. Of course, it's all so romantic, so mysterious. You're waiting for some fledgling army lieutenant to come riding by, or some sentimental schoolboy with a bad complexion. You look up at your window and think, ah, there dwells the mysterious Tamara who loved her husband so much, she buried herself within 4 walls. I know all about your little games.
How dare you even suggest anything of the kind?
You buried yourself alive. You didn't forget to powder your nose.
How dare you? How dare you speak to me like this?
Don't yell at me. I'm not your manager. But I am a man, not a woman. I'm used to calling a spade a spade.
Please go away and leave me alone.
Pay me my money and I'll go.
I will not give you any money.
You will.
I will not. You won't get a single penny from me. Now, please, go away.
I don't have the pleasure of being either your husband or your fiancé. So stop making scenes for my benefit. I hate that.
You dare sit down?
I do.
Will you please leave?
Pay me my money.
I want nothing more to do with you. Please leave. Still here. You haven't left.
Nope.
No?
No.
Luca, will you please show this gentleman out?
Please leave, sir. The lady's asked you to. She doesn't want you here.
Shut up! Who do you think you're talking to? I'll chop you to pieces!
Oh my God! Mother of God, I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, I can't breathe.
Where's Sasha? Sasha, where's Sasha? Policia!
They've all gone off berry picking. There's nobody else in the house. Water!
Please leave.
Can't you be a little more polite?
You peasant, you vulgar bear.
What did you call me?
I said you were a bear.
Just who said you could insult me like that?
You're right, I am insulting you. What about it? You think I should be afraid of you?
You think just because you're some kind of romantic heroine, it gives you the right to insult me with impunity? Is that right? No. This is a matter for the field of honour.
Oh, God, water!
You think just because you've got big fists and a bull neck that I should be afraid of you, you bear.
Nobody insults me like this, not even a woman. It's time to get rid of the old prejudice that only men need pay for their insults.
Bear.
If it's equality you want, it's equality you'll get. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh. You want to fight a duel? Good. Let's fight.
Right this minute.
Right this minute. My husband had a set of pistols. Wait here, I'll go and get them. God damn you, you have no idea what a pleasure it'll be for me to put a bullet through your thick head.
I'll shoot her like a chicken. I'm no schoolboy anymore. I'm no sentimental poppy. I don't care if she is the weaker sex.
Oh, please, sir. Please don't do this. Please, just leave. Please go. I've got a weak heart. Please don't shoot her.
I'll shoot her. That's real equality. That'll emancipate her. Yeah, equality of the sexes at last. What can you say to a woman like that? You have no idea what pleasure it'll be to put a bullet through your thick head. She got all flushed. Her eyes were flashing fire. She accepted my challenge without even thinking. By God. It's the first time this has ever happened to me.
Oh, please, sir, please, just go. Go away.
That's a woman I understand. That's a real woman. Not one of your wallflowers. Nothing wishy-washy about her. She's all flint and firepower. It's almost a shame to have to kill her.
Oh, please, sir, please, just go, please.
I actually like this woman. Isn't that strange? So she has dimples. I still like her. I'm almost ready to tell her to forget about the money, and I'm not mad anymore. What an astonishing woman.
Right. Here are the pistols. But before we have our duel, will you please show me how to use the damn things? I've never even touched one before.
God have mercy on us. I'm going to get help. Why did this have to happen to us?
You see, there are several different makes of weapon. There's the Mortimer. That's a special dueling pistol with percussion action. What you have here are Smith & Wesson revolvers, triple action, central sights, extractor. Beautiful pieces. Must have cost at least 90 rubles the pair. Now, look, you hold the pistol like this. What amazing eyes she has. What a little spitfire.
Like this?
That's right, yep. Cock the piece. Take aim. Move your head back, stretch out the arm. That's it. Just away. Press your finger on this little thing here, and that's all there is to it. Main thing is, keep your cool, take slow, careful aim. Try not to let your hand shake.
Right, well, we shouldn't shoot indoors. Let's go outside.
Right, let's go outside. Only I warn you, I intend to shoot into the air.
Why?
Because, well, it's none of your business why.
Are you getting scared? Is that it? That's it? You're scared? No. You won't get out of this so easily. Come on. We're going outside. I won't rest until I put a bullet through your thick head. You're a coward.
That's it. I'm a coward.
You're lying. Why don't you want to fight?
Because I like you.
He likes me. He dares to tell me he likes me. You may leave, Mr. Smirnoff.
Listen. Are you still mad at me? I was crazy myself until just a minute ago, but... Well, how can I put this? The fact is nothing like this has ever happened to me before. Well, damn it, is it my fault that I like you? I like you. Do you understand? I think I've fallen in love with you.
Get away from me. I hate you.
I've never seen anyone like you in my life. I'm done for. I'm caught like a mouse in a trap.
Get away from me or I'll shoot.
Go ahead, shoot. You don't know how happy that will make me to die with your beautiful eyes upon me, to die from a gun in your little velvet hand. I'm out of my mind. You need to think this over fast and decide now. Once I leave here, we'll never see each other again. Make up your mind. I own a lot of land. I come from a good family. I have an income of 10,000 a year. I can put a bullet through a coin in the air at 20 paces. I've got the best horses you'll ever see. Will you marry me?
Marry you? I intend to shoot you on the field of honour.
Out of my mind. I don't know what's happening.
On the field of honour!
I'm in love like a schoolboy. I love you. I love you like I've never loved anyone before. I walked out on 12 women, 9 walked out on me. I never loved one of them the way I love you. Look at me, I'm a mess. I'm down on my knees like a fool. And I'm asking for your hand. I haven't been in love in 6 years. I swore I never would be again, and now, all of a sudden, I'm head over heels and I'm asking you to marry me. Yes or no? Will you? Yes or no? No? Fine.
I didn't say anything.
What?
Nothing. Just go. No, I mean, wait. No, I mean, go. I hate you. I hate you. No, I mean, don't go. Oh, God, you just make me so mad, and now my fingers all swollen up from this damn thing. What are you waiting for? Just get out of here.
All right. Goodbye.
Yes. Just go. Where are you going? Come back! Oh, God, you make me mad. Just, no.
You're mad.
Stay away from me.
I'm mad.
Stay away from me.
Fell in love like a schoolboy, got down on my knees. I even got goosebumps. I love you. That's all I needed, was to fall in love with you. I got to pay the mortgage tomorrow, start cutting the hay, and now you. I'll never forgive myself for this.
Get your hands off me. I hate you and I want to fight the Jew.
Oh, my God!
Luca, go and tell them in the stables that Toby doesn't get extra oats anymore.
Ladies and, so to speak, gentlemen, someone suggested to my wife that it might be nice if I gave some sort of lecture here today, open to the general public, with the proceeds to go to charity. That's fine by me. A lecture, why not, really? What do I care? Of course, you understand I'm not a professor, I'm devoid of academic degrees, but nonetheless, for almost 30 years now, and at considerable risk to my health and whatever, I have been working on problems of a scientific nature, pondering them, and occasionally I even write scholarly articles, if you can believe that. What I mean is not exactly scholarly, but if you'll excuse the expression, sort of scholarly. As a matter of fact, I've written a very interesting article entitled The Problem with Insects. My daughters liked it a lot, especially the part about the bed bugs. I read it to them. Of course, then I tore it up. Oh, you can write about bed bugs all you want, but, you know, the only thing that will get rid of them is boric acid. And we even had them in the piano. As the subject of my lecture today, I've chosen, I think I may put it that way, the harmful effects which can be observed in human beings as a direct result of indulgence in tobacco. I myself smoke, but my wife told me I should speak about the dangers of tobacco, so there's nothing more to say, is there? Dangers, why not? What do I care? You, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, will, I hope, devote your serious attention to what I'm about to say. Otherwise, well, I don't really think we'll get anywhere. If there's anyone, by the way, who has qualms about a dry scientific lecture, anyone who doesn't like the idea, feel perfectly free not to listen, or leave if you want to. Let me make a special point to remind any physicians who may be present that my lecture contains many useful observations for them, since tobacco, aside from its harmful effects, is also used as a medicine. For instance, a fly placed in a container of tobacco will die, usually from nervous convulsions. Tobacco is, so to speak, a plant. Whenever I give a lecture, my right eye starts to twitch a little. Sorry. Please pay no attention. It's just nerves. I'm a very nervous man, generally speaking. My eye began twitching in 1889, on September the 13th. Actually, that was the day my wife gave birth to Barbara. That's our fourth daughter. All my daughters were born on the 13th. Nonetheless, since time is short, I think we'd better stick to the subject of our lecture. I should point out, however, that my wife runs a music school and a private boarding school. That is, not exactly what you call a school, but, you know, something, sort of like a school. Now, and just between you and me, my wife likes to complain about never having enough of anything, but the fact is she's managed to put, so to speak, a little something aside. Yeah, maybe 40 or 50,000. Of course, I don't have a penny to my name, but, you know, not one. But what's the point of talking about it? No, at the boarding school, I'm in charge of the housekeeping department. You know, I make all the purchases, take care of the staff, do the accounts, manufacture the students' notebooks, keep the bed bugs under control, walk my wife's dog, catch the mice. Last night, one of my duties was to issue a pre-measured amount of flour and butter to the cook, since the schedule called for pancakes for breakfast. Now, to cut a long story short, today, when the pancakes were ready, my wife sent word down to the kitchen that 3 of our boarders would not be eating pancakes since they had swollen glands. The result of this was that we had a few extra pancakes. Now, what exactly were we supposed to do with those? Well, at first my wife told us to put them in one of the storage cupboards, then she thought it over and she said, oh, go ahead, eat them yourself, you old bag of bones. That's what she calls me. When she's in a bad mood, bag of bones, or sometimes snake in the grass. Or sometimes Satan. I asked her, do I look like Satan? She's always in a bad mood. And I tell you what, I didn't just eat those pancakes. I gobbled them down without even chewing because I'm always hungry. Yesterday, for instance, she wouldn't let me have any dinner. You're just an old bag of bones, she said. What's the use of feeding you? However, we seem to be gossiping, so let's, I think we've gone a little off topic. Let's continue. Although I'm sure you'd all rather be listening to some music, some show tunes or an aria. Or I shall never waver in the heat of the battle. I can't remember what that's from, exactly, but... Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that my wife's music school, I'm not only in charge of all the housework, but I also teach all the courses in physics, chemistry, geography, history, solfeggio, literature, and so on. We also offer dance, voice, and drawing lessons. My wife charges extra for them. Although I am the dancing and voice instructor as well. Our School of Music is located on Mutt Street, number 13, Mutt Street. That's probably why I'm such a failure. Living as I do at number 13, and all my daughters were born on the 13th, and our house has 13 windows. But what's the point of talking about it? If you'd like to discuss any of this with my wife, stop by the school any time. A school catalogue is available from the man at the door. Priced threepence a copy. Or you can get them from me if you like. There's, there, threepence a copy. Anyone want one? No? Twopence? Yeah, that's right. 13 Mutt Street. Afraid I haven't been much of a success at anything. Yeah. Gotten old and stupid. Yeah. I look perfectly happy up here, but, you know, what I'd really like to do is start screaming at the top of my lungs, you know, or run somewhere where nobody can find me. And there's nobody I can complain to. You know, there are times when I even feel like crying. people say, well, there's always your daughters. What daughters? I try to talk to them, they just laugh at me. My wife has 7 daughters. No, excuse me, no, that's 6. No, 7, yes. Anna, the oldest, she's 27, and the youngest is 17. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not happy. I've grown into a half-wit, a non-wit. But essentially what you see before you is a very happy father. Essentially that's the way it's supposed to be, and I certainly wouldn't want anything different. But oh, if only you knew. I've lived with my wife for 33 years. I can say that those were the best years of my life. Well, not exactly the best, but, so to speak. They have passed, to cut a long story short, in the blink of an eye. And frankly, I don't give a damn anymore. Anyway, I don't think she's here yet, so I can say whatever I feel like. I'm really afraid. She terrifies me whenever she looks at me. And here's another thing. All my daughters are unmarried, and they've been unmarried for a long time, which is probably because they're bashful, but also because men never get a chance to meet them. My wife won't give parties. She never invites anyone to dinner. She's so cheap. She's a hateful, stuck-up old shrew, and that's why no one ever comes to see us. Now, this is just confidential, just between you and me. You can meet my wife's daughters on all major holidays at their Aunt Natalie's. She's the one with the rheumatism. Always wears a yellow dress with little black dots. Makes it look like cockroaches are crawling all over her. But she always serves something to eat, and if my wife's not around, you can also... of course, I have to point out to you that it only takes one little shot to get me drunk, which makes me feel good inside. But at the same time, I get so sad. I can't even tell you. I start thinking about when I was young, for some reason. And for some reason, it makes me want to run away. If only you knew how much it makes me want to run away. Run away, just dump everything and run and never look back. Where? Don't care where. Just run away from this cheap, vulgar, filthy life that's turned me into a pathetic old wreck. A pathetic old half-wit, and from that stupid, petty, evil miser of a woman I'm married to. Run away from a wife who's tormented me for 33 years. From the music lessons and the kitchen and my wife having all the money and all the ugly, mean things I have to live with. Until I get someplace far away and I'll just stop in a field. Stop in a field and stand there like a tree or a fence post, like a scarecrow, and stare up at the enormous sky. Just looking at the moon, the quiet, shining moon. And just forget about it all. Only I forget about it all. If only I could forget about it all. Well, I could get out of this old waistcoat. Got married in 33 years ago. The one I give lectures in, where the proceeds go to charity. But I don't need a thing. I'm better than all of this. And I'm an honest man. I used to be young. I was smart. I went to university. I had dreams. I wanted to be a decent human being. And now I don't want anything. The only thing I need is peace and quiet. Just a little peace and quiet. However, my wife will be waiting for me backstage. She'll be here, she'll be waiting. So, I think my time is up. Yes, so if she asks if you wouldn't mind saying that the lecture, I'd be very grateful. If you wouldn't mind saying that the old bag of bones, me, I mean, behaved with dignity. She's watching. As a consequence of which, I mean that tobacco contains a powerful toxic agent, as I've just described. We see that smoking is by no means advisable, and so to speak that my lecture here today on the dangers of tobacco will produce a beneficial effect. That's all I have to say. Dixi et animum levavi.
By God, if it isn't my old friend Ivan Vassilievich. Glad to see you, boy. Glad to see you. Huh. Well, this is certainly a surprise, and that's a fact. How are you doing?
Oh, thanks a lot. And how are you? Doing, I mean?
Oh, we get by, my boy, we get by. Glad to know you think of us occasionally and all the rest of it. Have a seat, my boy. Be my guest. Glad you're here and all the rest of it. Don't want to forget your old friends and neighbours, you know. But why so formal, boy? What's the occasion? You're all dressed up and everything. You on your way to a party or what?
No, I only came to see you, Stepan Stepanich.
But why the fancy clothes, boy? You look like you're still celebrating New Year's Eve.
Well, I'll tell you. You see, Stepan Stepanich, I hope I'm not disturbing you, but I came to ask you a little favour. This isn't the first time I've had occasion, as they say, to ask for your help, and I want you to know that I really admire you when I do it. What I mean is... Look, you'll have to excuse me, Stepan Stepanich. This is making me very nervous. I think I'll just take a little drink of water, if that's all right with you.
He wants me to lend him some money. I won't. So, what exactly are you here for, hmm? Big, strong boy like you.
You see, I've always had the greatest respect for you, Stepan Respectovich. Excuse me, I mean Stepan Excuse-me-vich. What I mean is, I'm really nervous, as you can plainly see. Well, what it comes down to is this. You're the only person who can give me what I want, and I know I don't deserve it. Of course, that goes without saying, and I haven't any real right to it either.
Now, my boy, you don't have to beat about the bush with me. Speak right up. What do you want?
All right, I will. What I came for is... I came to ask for the hand of your daughter, Natasha.
Oh, heavens. Ivan Vassilievich. Say it again. I didn't quite catch that last bit.
I came to ask...
Dear boy, I can't tell you how happy I am and everything. And that's a fact. And all the rest of it. I've always hoped this would happen. It's a long-time dream come true. I've always loved you, boy, just like you were my own son. And you know it. God bless you both. And all the rest of it. This is a dream come true. But why am I standing here like an old fool? Happiness has got my tongue. That's what's happened. Happiness has got my tongue. Oh, from the bottom of my heart. You wait right here. I'll go and fetch Natasha. And whatever.
What do you think she'll say, Stepan Stepanich? Do you think she'll say yes?
A handsome fellow like you? How could she help herself? Of course she'll say yes, and that's a fact. She's like a cat in heat, and all the rest of it. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
It's awfully cold in here. I'm starting to shiver just like I was going to take an exam. The main thing is you have to make up your mind. You just keep thinking about it and you argue back and forth and talk a lot and wait for the ideal woman or for true love and you'll never get married. Awfully cold in here. Natasha is a very good housekeeper. She went to school. She's kind of good-looking. What more do I need? I'm starting to get that hum again in my ears. It must be my nerves. And I can't just not get married. First of all, I'm already 35 and they say that's about the turning point. Second of all, I have to start leading a regular, normal life. There's something wrong with my heart. I've got a murmur. I'm always nervous as a tick. And the least little thing can drive me mad. Like right now, for instance. My lips are starting to shudder and this little what's it keeps twitching in my right eyelid. But the worst thing about me is sleep. Oh, I mean, I don't. I go to bed, and as soon as I start falling asleep, all of a sudden, something in my left side goes dirk, and it pounds right up into my shoulder and my head. I jump out of bed, and I walk around for a while, then I lie down again, and as soon as I start falling asleep, all of a sudden, something in my left side goes dirk, and that happens 20 times a night.
Oh, it's you. It's just you. Father said go take a look in the other room. Somebody wants to sell you something. Oh, well, how are you, anyway?
How do you do, Natasha?
You'll have to excuse me. I'm still in my apron. We were shelling peas. How come you haven't come back to see us for so long? Sit down. Do you feel like something to eat?
No, thanks. I ate already.
Do you smoke? Go ahead if you like. There's matches. Beautiful day today, isn't it? And yesterday it rained so hard the men in the hayfields couldn't do a thing. How many sacks have your people got cut so far? Do you know what happened to me? I got so carried away, I had them cut the whole meadow. And now I'm sorry I did. The hay's going to rot. Oh, my! Look at you! What have you got on those fancy clothes for? Well, if you want something. You going to a party or what? You know, you're looking kind of cute these days. Anyway, what are you all dressed up for?
Well, you see, Natasha. Well, the fact is, I decided to come to ask you to listen to what I have to say. Of course, you'll probably be sort of surprised and maybe even get mad, but it's awfully cold in here.
So, what did you come for then, eh?
I'll try to make this brief. Now, Natasha, you know we've known each other for a long time, ever since we were children, and I've had the pleasure of knowing your entire family. My poor dead aunt and her husband. Well, as you know, I inherited my land from them. They always had the greatest respect for your father and your poor dead mother. The Lomoffs and the Tubakovs have always been on very friendly terms, almost as if we were related. And besides, well, you already know this, your land and mine are right next door to each other. Take my meadowland, for instance. It lies right alongside of your birch grove.
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to interrupt, but I think you just said my meadowland. Are you saying meadowland belongs to you?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, I never. Meadowland belongs to us, not you.
No, Natasha, meadowland is mine.
That's news to me. Since when is it yours?
What do you mean, since when? I'm talking about the little pasture they call meadowland, the one that makes a wedge between your birch grove and Burnt Swamp.
Yes, I know the one you mean, but it's ours.
Natasha, I think you're making a mistake. That field belongs to me.
Ivan Vasilovich, do you realise what you're saying? And just how long has it belonged to you?
What do you mean, how long? As far as I know, it's always been mine.
Now, wait just a minute. Excuse me,
It's all very clearly marked on the deeds, Natasha. Now, it's true, there was some argument about it a while back, but nowadays everybody knows it belongs to me, so there's no use arguing about it. You see, what happened was, my aunt's grandmother let your grandfather's tenants use that field free of charge for an indefinite time in exchange for their making bricks for her. So your grandfather's people used that land for free for about 40 years, and they started to think it was theirs. But when it turned out what the real situation was...
My grandfather and my great-grandfather both always said that their land went as far as Burnt Swamp, which means meadowland belongs to us. So there's no point in arguing about it. I think you're just being rude.
I can show you the papers, Natalia Stepanova.
Oh, you're just teasing me. You're pulling my leg. This is just a big joke, isn't it? We've owned that land going on 300 years, and now all of a sudden you say it doesn't belong to us. Excuse me, Ivan Vasilovich. Excuse me, but I can't believe you just said that. And believe me, I don't care one bit about that old meadow. It's only 12 acres. It's not worth 300 rubles even, but that's not the point. It's the injustice of it that hurts. And I don't care what anybody says. Injustice is something that I just can't put up with.
But you didn't listen to what I was saying. Please. Your grandfather's tenants, as I was trying very politely to point out, made bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother just wanted to make things easier.
Grandmother, grandfather, father, what difference does it make? That field belongs to us, and that's that.
That field belongs to me.
The field belongs to us. You can go on about your grandmother until you're blue in the face. You can wear 15 fancy suits. It still belongs to us. It's ours, ours, ours. I don't want anything that belongs to you, but I do want to keep what's my own. Thank you very much.
Natalia Stepanova, I don't care about that field either. I don't need that field. I'm talking about the principle of the thing. If you want the field, you can have it. I'll give it to you.
If there's any giving to be done, I'll do it. That field belongs to us, and that's that. Ivan Vasilovich, I have never gone through anything this ridiculous in all my life. Up until now, I had thought of you as a good neighbour, a real friend. Last year, we even lent you our threshing machine, which meant we were threshing our wheat in November. And now all of a sudden you start treating us like gypsies? You give me my own field? Excuse me, but that's a pretty unneighbourly thing to do. In fact, in my opinion, it's downright insulting.
So, in your opinion, I'm some kind of squatter, you mean? Look, madam, I have never tried to take anybody else's land, and I'm not going to let anybody try and tell me that I did. Not even you. Meadowland is mine.
You lie, it's ours.
It's mine.
You lie, I'll show you. I'll send our mowers out there today.
You're what?
I said I'll have our mowers out there today and they'll mow that field flat.
You do and I'll break their necks.
You wouldn't dare.
Meadowland is mine, do you understand? Mine!
Please don't shout. You can scream and carry on all you want in your own house, but while you're in mine, try to behave like a gentleman.
If I didn't have these murmurs, these awful pains, these veins throbbing in my temples, I wouldn't be talking like this. Meadowland is mine!
Ours!
It's mine!
Ours!
It's mine!
Ours!
Mine!
What's going on? What are you both yelling for?
Father, would you please explain to this gentleman just who owns Meadowland, him or us?
Dear boy, Meadowland belongs to us.
I beg your pardon, Stepan Stepanich, but how can it belong to you? Think what you're saying. My aunt's grandmother let your grandfather's people have that land free of charge, temporarily, and they used that land for 40 years and started thinking it was theirs. But it turned out what the problem was...
Allow me, you're forgetting that the reason that those people didn't pay your granny and all the rest of it was because there was already a real problem about just who did own the meadow and everything. But nowadays, every dog in the village knows it belongs to us, and that's a fact. I don't think you've ever seen the survey map.
Look, I can prove to you that Meadowland belongs to me.
No, you can't, dear boy.
Yes, I can!
Oh, for heaven's sake, what are you shouting for? You can't prove anything by shouting, and that's a fact. Look, I am not interested in taking any of your land. Neither am I interested in giving away any of my own. Why should I? And if it comes down to it, boy, if you want to make a case out of this or anything like that, I'd just as soon give it to the peasants as give it to you. So there.
But you're not making any sense. What gives you the right to give away someone else's land?
I'll be the judge of whether I have the right or not. The fact is, boy, I'm not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice and all the rest of it. I am twice your age, boy, and I will ask you to talk to me without getting so excited and whatever.
No, you just think I'm stupid and you're making fun of me. You sit there and tell me my own land belongs to you and you expect me to be calm and talk as if nothing had happened. That is not the way good neighbours behave, Stepan Stepanich. You are not a neighbour, you are a usurper.
I'm a what? What did you call me?
Father, you send our mowers out to Meadowland right this very minute.
You, boy, what did you call me?
Meadowland belongs to us and we will never give it up. Never, never, never.
We'll see about that. I'll take you to court and then we'll see who it belongs to.
To court? Right, you just go right ahead, boy. You take us to court. I dare you. Now I get it. You were just waiting for a chance to take us to court. And all the rest of it. It's inbred, isn't it? Your whole family was like that. They couldn't wait to start suing. They were always in court, and that's a fact.
You leave my family out of this. The Lomoffs were all decent, law-abiding citizens, every one of them. Not like some people I could name who were arrested for embezzlement. Your uncle, for instance.
Every single one of the Lomoffs was crazy. All of them.
All of them, every single one.
Your uncle was a falling down drunk, and that's a fact. And your aunt, the youngest of them, she used to run around with an architect. An architect, and that's a fact.
Your mother was a hunchback. Oh, my God, I've got a pain in my side. My head's beginning to pound. Give me some water.
And your father was a gambler and a glutton.
And your aunt was a curtain twitcher. She was the worst gossip in town.
My left leg is paralysed. And you're a sneak. Oh, my God, my heart. And everybody knows that during the elections, you people... I've got spots in front of my eyes. Where's my hat?
You're low and lousy and cheap.
You're a low-down, two-faced snake in the grass, and that's a fact, an absolute fact.
Here's my hat. Oh, my heart. I have to get out of here. Where's the door? I'm going to die. I can't move my leg.
Don't you ever set foot in this house again.
You go ahead and take us to court. Go ahead and see what happens.
He can go to hell.
Oh, what a creep. You see if I ever trust a neighbour again after this.
Crook.
Creep. He tries to take over somebody else's land and then has the nerve to threaten them.
And to think that ringworm, that chicken brain, had the nerve to come here and propose. He proposed.
He proposed what?
Well, he came here to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me that before?
That's why he was all dressed up in that stupid suit, silly sausage.
He came to propose to me. Oh, my God, oh, my God. Oh, make him come back, make him come back, please make him come back.
What's the matter? What's the matter with you? Oh, my God. What have I done? Oh, I ought to shoot myself. I ought to be hanged. I ought to be tortured to death.
I think I'm gonna die. Make him come back.
All right, just stop screaming, please.
What have we done? Make him come back. Make him come back.
He's coming. He's coming back and everything. God damn it. You talk to him yourself this time. I can't, and that's a fact.
Make him come back.
I just told you he is coming back. Oh, God almighty. What a thankless task it is to be the father of a grown-up girl. I'll slit my throat, I swear, I'll slit my throat. We yell at the man, we insult him, we chase him away. And it's all your fault. It's your fault.
It's your fault.
All right, I'm sorry, it's my fault. And whatever. This time you talk to him yourself.
I'm having a heart murmur. It's awful. My leg is paralysed. My left side is going...
You'll have to excuse us, Ivan Vasilovich. We got a little bit carried away. Anyway, I just remembered. Meadowland belongs to you, after all.
There's something wrong with my heart. It's beating too loud. Meadowland is mine. These little watsits are twitching in both eyelids.
It's yours. Meadowland is all yours. Here, sit down. We made a mistake.
It was always just the principle of the thing, Natasha. I don't care about that field, but I do care about the principle of the thing.
No, the principle of the thing. Why don't we talk about something else?
And besides, I really can prove it to you. My aunt's grandmother let your grandfather...
That's enough! Just change the subject. I don't know where to start. How's the hunting? Going hunting anytime soon?
Oh, yes, geese and grouse, Natasha. Geese and grouse hunting. I was thinking of going after the harvest is in. Oh, by the way, did I tell you the worst thing happened to me? You know my old hound, Gesser? Well, he went lame on me.
Oh, no, that's terrible. What happened?
I don't know. He must have dislocated a hip or got into a fight with some of the other dogs and got bit. Oh. And he was the best hound dog. Not to mention how much he cost. I got him from Mironov and I paid 125 for him.
Ivan Vasilovich, you paid too much.
I thought I got him pretty cheap. He's a very good dog.
Father paid only 85 for his hound dog, Messer. Messer is a lot better than your old Gesser.
Messer is better than Gesser? What do you mean? Messer is better than Gesser?
Of course he's better. I mean, he's not fully grown yet. He's still a pup, but when it comes to a bark and a bite, nobody has a better dog.
Excuse me, Natasha, but I think you're forgetting something. He's got an underslung jaw. And a dog with an underslung jaw can't be a good retriever.
An underslung jaw? That's the first I ever heard of it.
I'm telling you, his lower jaw is shorter than his upper.
And what did you do, measure it?
Of course I measured it. I mean, I grant you, he's not so bad on point, but you tell him to go fetch and he can barely even...
In the first place, Messer is purebred from a very good line. He's the son of Pusher and Pisser. So that limpfoot mutt of yours couldn't touch him for breeding. And besides which, your dog is old and ratty and full of fleas.
He may be old, but I wouldn't take 5 of your Messers for him. How can you even say that? Gesser is a real hound, and your Messer is a joke. He's not even worth worrying about. Every old fart in the county's got a dog just like your Messer. There's a mess of them everywhere. You paid 20 rubles. You paid too much.
Ivan Vasilovich, for some reason, you are being perverse on purpose. First, you claim that Meadowland belongs to you. Now you're saying that Gesser is better than Messer. I don't think much to a man who doesn't say what he knows to be a fact. You know full well that Messer is 100 times better than that stupid Gesser of yours, so why do you keep saying the opposite?
You must think I'm either blind or stupid. Can't you understand? He's got an underslung jaw.
It's not true.
He's got an underslung jaw.
It's not true.
What are you shouting for?
What are you lying for? I can't stand any more of this. You ought to be getting ready to put your old Gesser out of his misery, and here you are comparing him to our Messer.
You'll have to excuse me. I can't go on with this conversation. I'm having a heart murmur.
This just goes to prove what I always thought. The hunters that talk the most are the ones that know the least.
Will you please just do me a favour and shut up?
I will
My
not
heart
shut
is
up
starting
until
to
you
pound.
admit that
You
Messer
shut
is
up.
100 times better than Gesser.
He's 100 times worse. I hope he croaks, your Messer.
And your dumb old Gesser doesn't need to croak. He's dead already.
Will you shut up? I'm having a heart attack.
No, shut up!
Now what's the matter?
Father, will you please tell us frankly, on your honour, who is the better dog, Gesser or Messer?
Stepan Stepanich, I only want to know one thing. Does your Messer have an underslung jaw or doesn't he? Yes or no?
Well, so what if he does? What difference does it make? There still isn't a better dog in the whole country, and that's a fact.
But don't you think that my Gesser is better? On your honour!
Now, dear boy, don't get all upset. Just wait a minute, please. Your Gesser has his good points, and whatever. He's a thoroughbred, he's got a good stance, he's got nice, round hindquarters, and all the rest of it. But that dog, if you really want to know, boy, has got 2 vital defects.
Oh.
He's old, and he's got a short bite.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm having another heart murmur. Let's just look at the facts, shall we? All I want you to do is think back to that time at the field trials when my Gesser kept up with the Count's dog Fresser. They were going ear to ear and your Messer was a whole half-mile behind.
He was behind because one of the Count's men whopped him with his whip.
That's not the point. All the other dogs were after the fox and your Messer was chasing a sheep.
That's not true. Now, listen, boy. I have a very quick temper, as you well know, and that's a fact. So I think we should keep this discussion very short. He whopped him because none of the rest of you can stand watching other people's dogs perform. You're all rotten with envy. Even you, dear boy, even you. The fact is, all somebody has to do is point out that somebody's dog is better than your Gesser, and right away you're starting with this and starting with that and all the rest of it. I happen to remember exactly what happened.
Yeah, I remember too.
And I remember too. What do you remember?
My heart murmur. My leg is paralysed.
What kind of a hunter are you? You'd be better off in the kitchen catching cockroaches than out hunting foxes. A heart murmur.
Yeah, she's right. What kind of a hunter are you? You and your Hartmurmur should stay at home instead of galloping across country, and that's a fact. You say you like to hunt. All you really want to do is ride around arguing and interfering with other people's dogs and whatever. You are not, and that's a fact, a hunter.
And what makes you think you're a hunter? The only reason you go hunting is so you can get in good with the Count. You're a sneak. Oh, my heart.
I'm a what? A sneak? Shut up.
A sneak!
You little pipsqueak, you puppy.
You're a rat. A rickety old rat.
You shut up or I'll give you an arse full of buckshot, you snoop.
And everybody knows that your poor dead wife, oh, my heart, used to beat you.
And everybody knows that your housekeeper has you tied to her apron.
I'm going to faint. Wait, here it comes. Heart attack. Oh, my God, my shoulder just came undone. Where's my shoulder? I'm going to die. Get me a doctor.
Milksucker, pipsqueak, snoop. You make me sick.
What kind of a hunter are you? You can't even ride a horse. What's the matter with him? Father, look at him. Father.
I'm sick. I can't breathe. Give me some air.
He's dead. Ivan Vasilovich! Ivan Vasilovich! Oh, my God, what have we done? Get a doctor! Get a doctor!
Oh, what? What's the matter with you now?
He's dead! He's dead!
What? Who's dead? Oh, my God. He is dead. Oh, my God. Get some water. Get a doctor.
Now then, just drink this.
He's not drinking it. That means he really is dead. And everything. Oh, what a mess. Oh, I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself. Why did I wait so long to kill myself? What am I waiting for now? Get me a knife. Lend me a gun. I think he's going to live.
Here. Drink this water. That's the way.
Spots. Everything's all spots. Where am I?
Just get married as soon as you can and get out of here. She says yes. She says yes and all the rest of it. I give you both my blessing and whatever. But please, just leave me in peace.
Huh? What? Who?
She says yes, all right? Go on, give her a kiss. And then get the hell out of here.
He's alive. Yes. Yes, I say yes.
Go on then, give him a kiss.
Huh? Who? Well, that's very nice. Excuse me, what just happened? Oh, yes, I remember. My heart. Those spots. I'm so happy. Natasha. My leg is still paralyzed.
I'm very happy too.
And I'm getting a weight off my shoulders.
All the same. You can admit it now, can't you? Messer is better than Gesser.
He's worse.
He's better.
He's worse.
He's better.
He's worse.
He's better.
He's worse.
And they lived happily ever after.
He's worse.
He's better.
But he's worse.
Better. Better.
Worse.
He's better.
He's a worse dog.
He's a better push and a scissor. He's a better dog.
I'm in the Chekhov one-act farcical play, The Proposal, and I play Ivan Vasilyevich, but in the actual play it's called Lomov. He is he's a hyper-nervous hypochondriac who goes round to a neighbour's house to propose to the daughter of a reasonably scary, slightly overbearing patriarch. And that's a farce ensues. If I was to describe it to you, it would probably take longer than the actual piece itself, so I won't do that now. The good thing about it is it's structured incredibly well. It's almost like an extended sketch, actually. And although it's a translation and some of the language and the vernacular might feel slightly stilted, it's interesting how we've sort of made a conceit of that in a way. And the structure is obviously all there because that transcends any language barriers, and it is structured incredibly well. It's probably the most farcical of the 4 plays, and hopefully we've struck a balance between comedy and keeping the story going and not overdoing it too much. What we've tried to do with these 4 plays, I can only really speak closely about the one that I've done, the proposal, but we've really tried to bring out the humour and the farcical side of it. One of the ways in which that's been done is by casting actors who are perhaps known for playing more comedic roles. I think there's a certain stigma attached to playwrights like Chekhov that it tends to be quite straight and quite stuffy, and perhaps a little bit dull and irrelevant to a contemporary audience. So by choosing these particular pieces, bringing out the comedy, casting comic actors and a director who's known for doing her comedy will hopefully make people laugh and make it feel a bit more relevant to a contemporary audience.
My character is quite an elderly landowner who's got quite a lot of land. He's kind of well-to-do farmer who's got a grown-up daughter who he basically can't get rid of. And the play centres on a neighbour who is not really that much of a friend, I don't think, who comes over to ask for her hand in marriage. I shouldn't say too much, really. I just give the plot away. But he's kind of slightly odd neighbour. He's not a big catch, I don't think, because he's a hypochondriac and he's very nervous and he's got all these twitches and things. And I don't think they've ever really seen him as a good sort of marriage figure for her. Mentally, he's rather overbearing and loses his temper very easily. But you know, he's kind of. I think he's realised he's got to a point where he'd rather be living on his own. His wife's dead, so he's just living with his daughter, and he realises it's quite a difficult thing to live with a grown-up daughter who's got certain wants that a father can't fulfil. When I first read it, I thought, yeah, it's very funny. I thought it's quite hard to do, but you realise that this is probably the light entertainment of its age, and I think they were very popular, these plays. I think they put them on before Chekhov's longer plays as a sort of curtain raiser to get people in a good mood, because they are funny. I mean, they're farcical rather than sort of comedy, but I think the fact that they've got, Baby Cow has managed to hire the cream of contemporary comedy, plus me, to be in them is, a really good thing. I think it is relevant today because it's a universal thing, really, isn't it? Propose. I know it's format. Well, no, people still propose, don't they? You just go and ask the father of a girl if he's allowed to propose and all that. But it's the whole business of this fact about an old man with a grown-up daughter, how they live together, and him realising actually that what he wants most in the world is actually to get rid of her, and so he can have a quiet life. And the comedy in it, like about whether this chap is suitable, because they have this argument and stuff, they can't seem to get on, any of them. They actually realise it's more important that they go off and get married than argue when they get married rather than in his house. So, yeah, I think that happens a lot still.
The lecture about the dangers of tobacco is just a kind of a ruse for Chekhov to show the sort of inner turmoil of this repressed, bullied little man, it's attractive to do because it has, it's got equal amounts of comedy and pathos, which is stuff I'm normally attracted to. Actually, when I first read it, it reminded me of one of those old Ronnie Corbett monologues. Anyone over 40 will remember. And I liked that about it. I liked his constant digressions, because it's a bit like life. It's quite colourful. There's different sort of... For a short monologue, he gets through quite a lot of changes. That's the sort of challenge of it, is to try and make those gear changes and without it looking contrived or over-mannered, I suppose. All those themes of not having realised your life's ambition and realise you're heading towards the autumn of your life with all the regrets, when you start to spend more time looking back than looking forward, I think a lot of people will identify with that. Chekhov is always attractive to actors because he writes very well. And what I mean by that is that it doesn't feel like writing. It feels like just sort of all the characters are dynamic, and all the characters he writes about have lives that we glimpse. He's the master of the sort of the iceberg trick of having a little bit of the character poking above the surface, and you believing that there's this whole body, this whole life, unseen life beneath the surface. Most people are aware of Anton Chekhov, but probably never read any of his plays, or very rare, maybe they'll, if they're from a very middle-class family, they might go and see a Chekhov play. But this is a way of just making it more accessible and showing that it's not rarefied. I think because sometimes there's the idea that the subject matter can be esoteric and elitist, and it's not. It's very it's very accessible.
I play a character called Murashkin in The Reluctant Tragic Hero. Johnny Vegas's character sort of comes in and does a long rant about modern life and his life and just how dreadful it is. And my job really is a shoulder to cry on for the majority of it, and then come up with the twist at the end. I think Chekhov's comedy is totally relevant to today. He was a very funny guy, and even in The Seagull, which a lot of people would consider to be, a very heavy, tragic work, it's incredibly funny. And in fact, he described it when he first wrote it as his new comedy. His comedy comes from observations of people rather than perhaps farcical situations or ridiculous situations. It's very well-observed character traits where the laughs come from. And so, yeah, it works today just as well as it did 125 years ago. The best bits, the funniest bits for me are just very small lines, the lines that are dropped in. Johnny's character says at one point about his secretary being deaf in one ear. And he says it's the left ear. There's no reason really for that to be in, except that it's just a lovely little detail, exactly what somebody might say. Just he's heard it so many times from his secretary that it's her left ear that she's deaf in. And it's those tiny little touches, little realistic pieces of conversation, which are the bits that I find the funniest.
My character is called Tolkachev, and he is a man at the end of his tether. The play's called The Reluctant Tragic Hero, and it's basically a guy that the pressures of modern living for the time has pushed him to the brink of suicidal thoughts, and in the absence of getting a gun, what he actually does is, in a huge outburst of madness, he explains the build-up to this decision to one of his friends. So it's basically a huge rant against the pressures of work and marriage and society, almost society in general, but basically just how it affects him. The challenge with anything within acting, and especially with something that's held so highly amongst other thespians, is coming from my background, and the fear of interloping in something that perhaps you don't belong in, that it's highbrow, and that I should be possibly sticking to sitcoms or what I know best, or stand-up. So there's that fear of alienating a certain group of people who possibly think that they have ownership on projects like that, and yet when you read it, it's the incredibly common themes that you know you get straight away, and I definitely understand his frustrations. It is a lot of dialogue. I don't think I've possibly ever learned as much in my life. Since learning this piece, I've forgotten how to drive or ride a bike. I've lost a lot of basic skills, and yet I can recite 10 pages of anger, you know, against the pressures of living in modern 18th century Russia.
I'd done some Chekhov when I was at college years ago, no, not professionally, so it was quite scary to be asked, because you feel like, oh, Chekhov, and you bristle and you think there's a way of doing it, and that's what's... So it was a great challenge to kind of take them from their... that feeling and try and put them into the mouths of you know, we modern actors and comics, and just see what difference that makes to it as an idea, and the tone of it and how it feels for a modern audience. I think there's no need for it to feel stifled or stuffy or still and or stuck in time, and I don't think they do. I think they're really funny and fresh, and they absolutely operate in our world today. I think it's been exciting to be part of it. I think for me it was just trying to make it real and however, and not stifled and not sound like I was saying old language or some very kind of elaborate ways of speaking, just to kind of put it truthfully in my mouth, like anything, you know, just to kind of convince as you're saying it. There's lots of very funny, kind of subtle, I do a lot because I'm the butler and I mean it a lot but don't say a lot. It was nice to play a lot of the subtler kind of looks, not eyebrow raising, but that kind of thing within the story. But I enjoyed the first kind of ticking off of the missus when I'm explaining to her that she should get out there and see the world, and that was quite nice to give her to set up the play. Really, I kind of set up the situation, and then it's completely undermined when she encounters the bear, as she calls him, and what happens when she spends some time with him. I'm not going to say what happens.
Good, that's it.